Hey, I'm Kit Williamson. I am the creator, writer, director, and one of the actors in EastSiders the series.
And I'm John Hallback. I'm an executive producer of EastSiders the series, and I play Ian. We started in New York, which was really cool. Autumn was happening, it was almost Halloween, there was a chill in the air.
It was so fucking cold. We had our first day of shooting actually on the Hudson River, and we had the bright idea to shoot this at 6 a.m. Literally shaking and shivering, the camera is shaking like it's so cold, wind is blowing off the water and just like freezing our faces. We went up to Woodstock to buy this camper trailer. It's a 1963 Shasta 1500. I have been obsessed with these little vintage trailers for a long time, these canned hams. I've always wanted to stay in one, and now these dreams have come true thanks to EastSiders. And then we finally got on the road.
Yeah, and our first stop on the road was Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
We went to this really scenic overlook where we could see the entire city. I know Van was really happy to be back there because he went to college there. And then we got blocked behind a Barack Obama motorcade.
That shaved 2 hours off of our second day. Literally trapped, waiting for his motorcade to pass. But then we hit the road and we left Pennsylvania that day. How many states have we gone through, Van?
This is our fourth, I think. We did New York, started in New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio.
I feel like we really are in the Midwest. She's like, would you like a receipt, honey baby? Honey baby, I was like, yes, I would. People don't call you baby that much in New York. I like that you made her both Southern and slutty. Well, she was.
We weren't able to have a wardrobe stylist or a makeup artist on the road with us. So I did all of the makeup for EastSiders Season 3. I don't need to do that again. I would love to not do makeup while writing, directing, and acting and producing. It's not an aspiration of mine. I'd like to leave it to the professionals next time.
Born in Iowa, grew up in Minnesota. We hit those spots. We went through Illinois, went through Wisconsin, and then finally got to South Dakota.
Awesome. We got it. Let's get on the road.
It's such a beautiful, fun, funny place.
Back in 2009, John and I actually did this part of the road trip the first time we moved west. So it was really cool to be able to go a lot of places that we had discovered as a couple and have the couple in the show discover those places, like Wall Drug.
It's a drugstore full of animatronic figures from old-timey Western land.
This is Mr. Waldrug himself.
Fellas, you need some attention from the little ladies? What about something to clean that rusty old shotgun? It's proven indispensable as a cleaning agent. A little shot of snake oil is all you need to do it.
Totally worth 50 cents.
Selfies across America.
And also, of course, the Black Hills and Mount Rushmore. It's so beautiful up there.
Van was so excited to see Mount Rushmore. He was like a kid on Christmas morning.
Patriotic.
We were trying to shoot a scene and the wind was insane. We were so cold. The clouds were rolling in, it was so ominous. And then yeah, we were like, well, let's just drive further into this storm.
Picking up a scene here because it's too fucking cool and weird not to.
We were inside of a cloud, basically.
Uh-huh.
I will never forget that. The whole trip would have been worth it just for that shot to me, because it's unlike anything that I think a project on our size and our scope could capture.
Today was our big shoot in Yellowstone day, and as you can see, it is actually snowing in Yellowstone. So we drove about an hour to get into the park, and we're just turned away by the park rangers because the whole park is shut down because of the storm.
So then instead of driving through Yellowstone, we had to drive all the way around Yellowstone, which involved going like 3 states out of our way.
Montana and all of that.
We are in Boise, Idaho.
We rented an Airbnb up in the mountains.
Well, we're outside Boise, Idaho, I think.
And went up ahead of us and called ahead and said, I don't think you guys should do this. It's dangerous.
It was like, we have to do it, man. I hope nobody watching this is thinking about hiring us as a location scout. We ended up not realizing that it was
About a 45-minute drive from town.
in the mountains. So we would have to be hauling this
Little Shasta camper
up and down
this like really narrow, kind of terrifying dirt road.
with no guard railing.
Afraid for our lives.
Wow. So then we arrived in California.
California is the perfect place to end up after driving across 16 states. Like, you really want to get to a gorgeous beach with a shining sun and chirping birds.
It felt like just this accomplishment to have even done it, because it was one of the hardest things we've ever done. You can have a road trip episode in a television show where you shoot everything around Los Angeles in like a 3-hour zone, or you could be crazy people and actually drive from New York to LA and really do a road trip while you're shooting. These are the kind of once-in-a-lifetime experiences that are not commonly documented on film, certainly in a scripted story like ours. So to be able to capture those moments and experience them as we were capturing them was extraordinary.